Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Brian, Master of None, is going to substitute for the widow, part 2, or part 2 for everyone else. I have Chris, Bipolar Jedi, with me today.
Do not adjust your TV screens. It's the real me, and I will be on my best behavior because this is Ashley's channel.
Same. I'm going to talk a little football. We got some preseason action. Finally, Raiders took on the Jaguars, and the Raiders took home the win. The Hall of Fame game in Canton, which is always a treat every year. And then we're also going to some Punisher news, I think. Should be getting a little interesting from that. So other than that, and then we'll kind of just see how the night treats us, as it were. Say hello to people who are here. That dude Vince says Dub Bears.
Dub Bears.
Dub Bears. Oh, I got that one too. I got that. That's a good drop. TWBK says soon for the NFL. Yes, very much so. Yeah, I caught a little bit of them.
XFL. Moon said, I misread. I thought I saw XFL.
Thumbnail kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Well, you know, now that Vince McMahon won't have anything to do with it, it's probably going to do good. No, wasn't the USFL a thing now? Kind of.
It was a long time ago when I was a kid. Now it's XFL.
Well, I thought they brought it back.
Well, maybe they did bring it back. I think they did bring it back. You're right.
So how's that going to work?
We got 3 kinds of football we can watch in Canada.
Damn right. Plus arena football.
Arena football.
That's right.
Quick, who's the greatest arena football player of all time to come out of the arena football?
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner, my favorite quarterback of all time, by the way.
You're just waiting for me to say that, weren't you?
He is my favorite quarterback of all time. I love his
story. I know. He torched the 49ers on a regular basis, especially with that greatest team on turf or greatest show on turf.
It's the greatest show on turf. But you're right. It was the greatest team. They were just, I don't know. They were just super fast. They were just that team, man. We got lucky. I got one. St. Louis has 1 Super Bowl. Then the team left. But whatever. We're cool. We got 1 Super Bowl. Also, did you hear about Thor? Love and Thunder? Finally passed 700 million. So that's good.
Hell yeah.
You know, people were talking shit. Oh, ain't time flop. It actually passed Ragnarok. So
getting that BVS numbers, baby. What up?
Getting them numbers. We're gonna do that. Or we're gonna, if Ashley would do that. I mean,
could not help myself. Sorry, we're good. TW McKay says greatest CFL player ever. Doug Flutie. No, dude, Johnny Manziel. No, I was kidding.
Johnny Football.
I think he played for like half a season up there or something like that. And that was it.
I couldn't believe when
Marcus Cruz. No, I haven't watched Arcane yet. Have you watched Arcane?
I'm not an anime guy. Or no, wait,
neither.
Arcane's not anime. Arcane's that series, right? It's like a science fiction series that everybody was talking about. I've never seen that. But actually all my friends are watching that. All my Xbox friends, like Nick and Andy and Joshy, and they're all telling me to catch it. But I haven't watched it. They said Don Cheadle's even in one season. I haven't watched it yet. Then there's another one I haven't watched. What's that one called? Upgrade. It's supposed to be really good. It's like it'd be Venom without Venom. You know what I mean? Without the he puts a computer chip in him or something. I don't know. I've heard good things, but no.
I'll have to check that out.
Arcane and Upgrade. I think it's called Upgrade.
Oh, Vinny Testaverde. G Cool says, "Yo, what up, Brian?"
I like
Much,
Vinny.
man. Good day.
Are...
Good day. TW McKay. Arcane is League of Legends related story. Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is. What am I thinking of then, though?
Upgrade is a fantastic flick.
Yeah, what's the series I'm thinking about though? It's Don Cheadle in it. It's got like 3 seasons. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, that one's got to sting a bit. Adam Vinatieri when he.
Yeah, that one hurt. That's what stopped our legacy. You know, we were gonna have our dynasty. That's what.
That was your guys' pick in the end zone, freaking moment. Like the Seahawks, standing on the verge of success. Oh, I saw something on Twitter.
What was Pete Carroll thinking, man? Like,
bro, you have the best running back.
You've got the best running back, okay? You've got the Thunder.
It's just like Jim Harbaugh. It's just like Jim Harbaugh. 1st and goal on the 1. Okay, all you need is a touchdown to win the game, and it's over. You have Frank.
What was that running back's name?
Oh, Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch. Dude, you got Marshawn Lynch, man. Like, he was deep then. Dude.
Beast mode, man.
Just ridiculous. Those 2 runs he had, they're like 2 of the famous runs in history. The crowd got so loud it measured on the Richter scale. Yeah, man. And you try to throw a stupid, I can't use the F word.
Inside
you try to throw an inside button hook or some shit. Like, what are you doing, man? Like a cross route. What are you doing, man? Like, they basically just handed that one to, like, dude, Brady didn't even have to work for that one. He just sat on the bench and went, "Okay, we win. Here's my ring."
I have to watch that movie with what's his face in it, Shazam.
Oh, it's called American Underdog. Yeah,
it's on Hulu, right?
I think it's on Hulu or one of them. It's called Amazon. American Underdog. It's a good movie.
Yeah. No,
he was my favorite quarterback ever.
Couldn't win with him. No.
I just love that what he did with the Rams, and he went to the Giants, and he would have done good with the Giants except for one small problem. He didn't know how to run that offense, and they didn't have a front line. You know, he just wasn't geared for that. But then you bring him to Arizona, he brings that team to their first Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. They lost, but it happens. You know, it happens. Things happen. I'm not salty. I'm not mad about it. You know, I'm a little mad about it, but I'm not.
I felt so bad, dude. One of my uncle's a Falcons fan, and when that Super Bowl went down, bro, I was like, I am so sorry. He's like, we're good.
That franchise is snake beat, and look what happened this year. You're telling me that the Bengals didn't get screwed out of that Super Bowl,
dude?
They got screwed, man.
Guys, just picture this. Picture this. Okay, dig if you will the picture of a Super Bowl that could have been. Okay, 1981, the catch. Okay, it was actually like January 1982. Okay, that Super Bowl in 82 was the 49ers versus the Bengals.
Yeah.
And tell me how awesome it would have been to have the 49ers and the Bengals 40 years later.
Yeah, that would have been cool. The drive.
That'd have been epic. Screw the Rams, man. Sorry if you're a Rams fan. When they moved to Los Angeles, I wanted nothing to do with them. Oh, sorry. They're in the NFC West, so I never wanted anything to do with them. There's only one team, and that's the 49ers.
There's only one team in California now.
No,
That
there's
matters.
yeah. Well, there's always been like one football team in California that ever
At one
matters.
time, there was like 4, though, wasn't there? It was crazy.
Well, no, dude, you got the Los Angeles Chargers, the Los Angeles Rams, the San Francisco 49ers. There's 3 teams.
Oh, you still have 3 teams now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you used to have Oakland. You used to have the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders are gone, but who cares?
Yeah, well, I remember when I was young, it was the LA Raiders for a while. It was Oakland Raiders, LA Raiders, Oakland Raiders. They flip flopped.
Oh yeah, no. When I was a kid, they moved in 1982. Is when they moved from Oakland to, and they won the Super Bowl that year too. So it was like they moved to LA and they won the. Super
That was
Bowl.
the year. That was Madden's year, right? That was the year Madden did it, or was
no,
Madden in the 70s? Madden was
No,
the 70s.
Madden was in the 60s and 70s. That was Tom Flores, the minority coach, actually. So like, Al Davis hired a bunch of people.
Yeah, they hated him. The NFL hated that guy. Just
But,
win, baby.
Right? No, I watched the movie, the document, the 30 for 30 last night called Straight Out of LA.
Yeah,
It's directed by Ice Cube.
Oh, that's the one where they talk about even if you didn't like the team, you wore their gear.
Oh yeah,
black.
and
Yeah.
that became.
I
like
love Raiders gear, bro.
Everybody does. Okay, they're not a team; they're a fashion statement.
They are. Well, they got lucky because they got black. That's why. Well, the black hole too.
That's gonna be sad, Vince. But they've been around. Like they started in Philadelphia.
And now they're in Vegas. I love that the Raiders are in Vegas. I love that they call their stadium the Death Star, and now they're starting to like put a bunch of Star Wars stuff in there, memorabilia, because it's called the Death Star.
Cool. Well, it
the
looks
Death
like
Star
one.
or the black hole. It
big
does.
Old black hole in fucking.
It's
Vegas
awesome, dude. I love it, man.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Summer Ashley's like, shut up about sports.
Well,
you wanted a sports show, girl. You got one.
There we go. And it's a Sunday night, so it's usually because next week there's going to be football to be talked about. So whether it be on my channel, Brian Master of None, or on this one for the time being, that's how it's going to work out. So
man, I'm
gear
always
up,
down
sports
to be part
fans.
of the web. I'm always down to be part of the web on some sports, man.
I'll talk about another switch on the baseball for a hot second. Okay, I am an Oakland A's fan. I love the A's. I love the A's almost as much as I love the Giants. Okay. The only reason I love the Giants more is because that's the first game I ever went and saw. Like if I wouldn't actually saw Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco when I was a kid play, I'd be a diehard A's fan.
Yeah, like because everybody. I'm originally from Cicero, which is Chicago, but I'm in St. Louis now, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're from St. Louis? Yeah, go
Big
Cards."
Mac.
No,
Big Mac. I hate the Cardinals, dude.
I hate the Cardinals. Dude, the Rams were my team when they were here, but I hate everything else. I love it's in Chicago. The Blackhawks, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Bulls. That's my squads. I just not a Bears fan. Brodan hates that I'm not a Bears fan, but I just never been a Bears fan, dude. I've never been a Bears fan.
Didn't like Ditka?
Just wasn't. You did the Bears, just get the ball over there.
Yeah, that Chicago accent.
Chicago, you get the big sandwich, you put it in your mouth on one side, you chew on one side, and then you drink on the other.
Just having another heart attack.
We're going to talk about today how we marinated these ribs for the game, but we didn't make it to the game with the ribs because we ate them in
AAA out there, right? Though, like in Nashville.
Yeah, we got a few AAA teams. They're called the Cardinals also. St. Louis has an ego trip. Look, St. Louis is just flat. No other team could survive here because St. Louis is a baseball town. I mean, that's just that simple.
True. The Cardinals moved to Arizona. Okay, so this is a AAA. This is the Reno Aces. They're the AAA affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well, that's cool. I like that.
I've been to PCL games for years. Okay, so the movie Moneyball.
Is one of my that is my favorite sports movie of all time. I watched it happen, bro.
I was there, bro. I watched it happen. Okay, so in 2000,
I was heartbroken when they
2001.
I was heartbroken for them.
2000 and 2001, those A's were River Cats. They were on the Sacramento River Cats.
That's
Like-
crazy. Yeah, they
like-
brought in just a bunch of nobodies, man.
Dude, Scott Hatteberg learned how to play first base in Sacramento, dude.
The Hatterberg, I love them. I love the Hatterberg story. That home run that he
dude.
hit. I just love it. I love it. It's such the A's were such a low budget.
Oh,
We're
Billy Bean
nobodies.
was a genius, dude.
And now they've got the record. You know what I mean? Of
22
games won,
wins.
22 wins. It's 21. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they lost in the playoffs, man. You know, they lost them. But Moneyball is my favorite. Not Major League.
I
not
watched
the
it happen.
Natural. Not all these other baseball movies. Not Field of Dreams.
I saw Jermaine die. He did stuff. He did time in Sacramento.
We had Jermaine for a while. We did.
Yeah,
The Cubs.
the White
we
Sox.
had Jermaine for a while.
White Sox had him
Yeah. I knew Chicago had him for a while. We had him for a minute.
too. But no, dude, he was a David Justice. I watched David Justice play in Sacramento, dude. Like all those players that came up. Adam Pyatt was one. Mark Ellis was another one. These are AAA players that went on to play for other good teams that won World
Starler
Series.
did play Scott Hatterberg.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
Chris Pratt.
It was Chris Pratt. who
I
played
liked
him.
when he goes in and he's like, just one problem. I know you don't play first base. It's not that hard. Tell him, right? He's like, it's incredibly hard. It's the hardest position on the field.
It is.
I always thought shortstop was. Nope, first base.
No,
Everything
first base.
rides on first base.
Oh, it's 100%. It's the most pressure position. And not only that, but you have to deal with the most. Oh, that's right. He was the World Series MVP with the White Sox.
Yeah. I had his jersey, like a big oversized Cubs jersey. I had or a Cardinals jersey, or a White Sox jersey. I had the Jermaine White Sox jersey, and I had the Derek Lee Cubs jersey. Remember Derek Lee when he was killing it for dude, man.
Sacramento's own Derek Lee, yes.
He was the part of there too.
Oh, dude, he's from Sacramento.
Oh, I was gonna say, did we just poach everything from y'all's farm?
No, dude. Well, first off, the A's farm system for a series of years there was second to none. Like during those Moneyball years,
you were there for when they had
they won AAA World Series, dude. That's how good they were. Like
you were
the
there
Sacramento
when they
River
had
Cats
Matt
were
Damon, not Matt Damon,
Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon, Matt Damon. You were there when they had Johnny Damon, Giambi, and who was the other one?
Giambi would come in every once in a while. Miguel Tejada was the other one, but they traded him before.
What was the big triple threat that in the movie they were like, okay, we lost Giambi.
They lost
Johnny
Giambi.
Damon, and
they lost Johnny Damon.
Buggio or Bagwell.
No, that was no Craig Biggio and something Bagwell, Jeff Bagwell were on the Astros.
The Astros, the Killer Bees.
The Killer Bees.
Yeah, the Killer Bees. Beltran, Biggio, and and dude.
Well, they lost Jason Giambi to the Yankees because Jason Giambi went to New York that year. I got to see his brother Jeremy.
Johnny Damon went to Boston.
Johnny Damon went to Boston,
and one of them went to Houston, I thought, or well, they were the Texans, the Dallas.
No,
Texans.
Miguel Tejada went to Texas.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you were there when they had like superstars right before they became like the super. I always,
Dude,
that's gotta suck, man.
so
We're gonna
much
build
fun.
a great team. It's like ECW. We're gonna make these great wrestlers.
That's the life of being an A's fan, dude.
I
you
couldn't
get
do
used
it.
to the good talent, and they ship them off. Perfect example right here. What TW says. One of my favorite Jays was
Josh Donaldson.
Josh Donaldson. Okay, Josh Donaldson did the Bernie Lean, dude. He did the popular by the A's. Okay, but see, the thing is like you get your start in the Oakland Athletics, and then you get shipped out for greatness elsewhere. So to imagine being an A's fan,
Because they couldn't compete. They couldn't compete with the money, you know.
I mean, and people want
It's
to
a
cry
travesty
about
that the
DC.
A's haven't won one yet, man. It really is. Like,
Well, since '89.
Oh my God, they had. Oh my God, I know who the other one was that left besides, Giambi, McGuire.
Oh, McGuire left in '97.
You guys had McGuire also, and he left.
Yeah.
And then went to St. Louis and set every record there was.
Until a certain Mr. Bonds came around. Years
Barry
later,
Bonds
smacked 73 dingers in 2001.
I'm going to say 72 and a half.
Nah,
That one that hit
70.
the fence and bounced and the fan interfered. I'm not counting that, but whatever.
Oh,
We'll
the
give him-
actual one that did it is 71st.
Remember the dude's like, I'm gonna hold on to it because it's gonna be worth some money, and then like he hit another one that same game.
And then Todd McFarlane bought him.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, and then what was it? Todd McFarlane bought him or something like that.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Todd, the comic book guy, bought him.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so. Oh, it was either that or he bought the Mark McGuire one. I know he bought one of them.
That's so funny to me. Like all these teams that, because I remember, I mean, a lot of bad things have happened to a lot of teams. Okay, there's a lot of cursed teams or whatever. But there's no curse worse than that 2003 Bartman curse, okay? There's nothing.
Poor Steve Bartman, though. You really got to feel for that guy.
Steve Bartman, man.
Oh, man. Well,
did Steve Barton cause the next 3 errors or the losing game 7 or that?
Yeah.
You know,
Moises Alou, you're going to get mad at.
Did you watch Catching Hell? That's a great documentary, man.
Yes, yeah, that one was nuts. And then they blew the ball up. And...
Where Moises is like, ugh, man, I shouldn't have acted like that because me acting like that's what made that kid get,
Yeah, razz so hard. Like
they've offered him so much money.
And I imagine he'll never
come
back.
What I heard though, here's what I heard. That guy Bartman, he has autism.
Oh. Okay.
Which is maybe why he don't give a fuck about therefore he don't care about any of the money that they're offering him to just do one interview.
Yeah.
He always says, I'm a lifelong Cubs fan. I love my Cubs. I don't want to talk about it. Please talk to my attorney if you want to get a statement. Like he don't care. They've offered him like $1 million. They offered him $1 million to come help blow that ball up. And he wouldn't do it.
See. Well, they did him dirty, man. They did him so dirty.
Yeah, but you know what I would do if I was Bartman? Like $1 million. I don't know, man. That's a little low. You make like $2.5 million. I'll come help blow up the ball, and you can write my book.
Right. I'll stand behind it going. Go Cubbies! Well, no, I think the new team that's got a
Florida
curse.
Marlins hat.
and we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down a little bit of a route here. I think.
No, Brian, can you imagine? Yeah, you give me $3 million. I'll wear a Marlins hat.
I had a Tampa Bay hat one time. At one point in time, it was right when they became a team. Way back.
Can you imagine Bartman wearing a Florida Marlins hat? That's who they lost to.
Oh God, yeah.
Like going blah with the ball blowing up with the Florida Marlins. Oh, they would put a hit on him then, man. Chicago Mafia would want to piece his ass.
All right, somebody needs to take care of this like right now. But no, I think
Frankie, you see what this fucking guy over here did?
The new team is what's the Cleveland team now?
Guardians.
The Guardians. Okay.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't embrace Major League. And I get it, dude. Ricky the Wild Thing Vaughn was a bad boy on and off screen. And Charlie Sheen during that year was horrible. But the least they could have done is had him throw out the opening pitch.
Something.
I feel like that would have turned their fates. But since they didn't do that, they're the next team that's going to wait 100 years to win another championship.
My friend Billy took me to see that movie, and I was like, I don't like baseball movies. My friend Billy Stratman, he said,
I love that movie.
Chris, let's go up to the dollar theater, and you want to go see. He's like, they got a double feature up there. I think it was Twins and Major League. Nice. And I was like, which one's playing first? And he's like, Major League. I said, okay, I'll meet you for the second one. He's like, no, you're gonna like this movie. I'm like, I don't like baseball movies. Because up to that point, all there really was like the natural fucking,
these grandiose,
shit I didn't care about, man.
Eight Men Out
movie,
Eight Men Out, Ty Cobb movie, I guess.
Yeah, shit I didn't care about. So I went and I'm like, fine, and I loved Major League, dude. I loved it. It's so funny. It's so well done. It's an all-star cast. I love where Bob Uecker's trying to like make a fake crowd. Yeah. There's like 4 people there.
Hey, let's go, guys!
Wow, thing.
Oh, no money.
You walk everything. That's a great movie.
The disgruntled fans, and it's like they talk about it. Oh yeah, we're still gonna suck this year, guys. Oh gosh.
Tom Berenger. What's her name?
Tom Berenger was amazing.
Tom Berenger, and what was her name? She was in Lethal Weapon 3. She's Thor's mom. Thor's mom. What is Thor's mom's name?
Oh, Renee Russo.
Renee Russo was in it.
Yeah.
Tom Berenger was in it. God,
Oh,
Blade. I'm high.
The Allstate commercial guy, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Pedro Serrano,
Pedro
man.
Serrano, bro. The
I think he
Allstate
was in
guy
24. Yeah,
man, he's in it.
Oh gosh, darn it.
uh,
Corbin Burnson.
Corbin Burnson was the shortstop. The old man.
Roger Doran.
I got a set of white walls on their line.
The
Let me
coach.
think about it. He hangs up the phone. That guy's in it. You know that movie's free. All three of them are free on YouTube. You can watch them on YouTube for free.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Dude, Back to the Minors is awesome, dude.
I like that one. The Asian guy's funny as shit, bro.
Well, it's got Scott Bakula in it, and it's also got oh damn it, the dude from he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He played the the business guy.
Walton Goggins.
Yes.
Walton Goggins.
I like that guy. He's cool, man.
Yeah, I like him.
But
I actually like Bull Durham. Bull Durham's not bad. That's one with Susan Sarandon. She ended up marrying that guy, didn't she? She married Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ended up marrying him. I never seen Long Gone, Degrassi. Bull Durham's a good one. And then they started cranking out some I've never seen.
Okay. It was all
yeah,
right.
I've never seen Field of Dreams. I have no idea what it's about.
Field of Dreams? Oh.
I just know if you build it, they will come. That's all I know. And he built.
I don't know. That's gonna be a hard one to watch. My dad liked that movie.
Yeah, is it good?
And it's that kind of story. Well,
oh man,
it's kind of like a son telling a story through learning about his father through other people, but he and it's all like in a weird essence, like to save his own farm type thing. At the end of the day, it all works out. I know I just murdered the plot of Field of Dreams, but like, yeah, it's exactly. Field of Dreams was an effing tearjerker.
I see. I don't know if I can handle that, man. I don't know. I know my dad likes that movie.
I've
never seen it. My Moneyball's my favorite baseball movie ever. Although people give trouble with The Curve, a lot of heat, but it's not a bad movie. Amy Adams, Justin Timberlake.
We weren't just gonna give the Yankees into their goddamn World Series just because of 9/11. Okay, sorry.
Oh, that was the one with Tim Young Hung.
That
crazy pitcher, Tim Young Hung.
Oh yeah.
Who was the other one? Who's the badass?
Randy Johnson.
Randy
Johnson and Kurt Schilling were on that team, dude. It was like murderers row for pitching, dude. Byung-Duk Kim or something like that, dude. He was amazing. He had like that weird.
Kim Young Hung, yeah. Dude, that dude was a beast. Okay. My grandpa was a Yankees fan.
The only time I ever cheered for the Diamondbacks in my entire life.
My grandpa called him. Oh, they're bringing in.
Dude, when Luis Gonzalez hit that one right over Jeter's head, I was like,
"We got this."
I was sitting there at a Yankees fan.
They rallied for that too, didn't they? They rallied for that win.
But see, okay, just so you know, okay, I am a Giants fan. If anybody knows what happened the next year, I got mine. I almost cried, but like my team's never gonna.
Oh, win. I did cry. When the Cubs finally got theirs in 2016.
Oh,
and then they showed that story where the guy went and listened to the game at his dad's grave. His dad had died a couple years before and always wanted the Cubs to win, and he went and listened to Game 7 in the graveyard at night with his dad, and they won. Dude, if you don't cry over that, you ain't got a heart.
No. Waterworks.
Was crazy.
No, dude, I said 2010 when the Giants actually won. But no, in 2002, Game 6, they were up by 4 runs in the 7th. And that was when the Anaheim Angels had the freaking rally monkeys. And they're like, yeah, we're going to come back and win. They came back and won. That was the year
you got. Who did the Anaheim have? They had a monster.
They had everybody.
Vlad.
No, that wasn't Guerrero. That was when they had Vladimir Guerrero. That was
They didn't have Guerrero then?
No, he was still on the Montreal Expos. I actually saw him that year in Montreal.
That dude. There's a lot of people I watch their swing. Like everyone says Griffey had the prettiest. And
you were there, Degrassi? When they won the World Series?
When who? Arizona?
The Cubs or Arizona.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Degrassi's from Chicago.
Yeah,
I thought we were still talking about Arizona.
You were at Wrigley though? That's fucking epic, dude.
Now, me and Scott, we were gonna do it. We were gonna go Waveland. We were gonna go stand on Waveland because we knew we weren't gonna get in. We were gonna go stand on Waveland and then go to the. Oh my God, I'm so high. I'm forgetting the name of the. Is it called the Cask and Flagon, or is that the one in Boston? What's the one? Degrassi, what's the Irish bar right across the street from Wrigley? Not on Waveland, but the other street. Man. We were gonna go there, and then we decided that we not to make the 5-hour drive because we didn't want to miss any of the game, you know. And people don't remember that we had heart attacks in the series before that because we had to go against the Dodgers and barely got past them.
Yeah.
Then we went 10 innings, 7 games with the Cleveland Indians, who wanted it just as bad as we did.
When you guys beat the Dodgers, you were my team. You were my team of destiny that year. I was like, if the Giants aren't even going to make the playoffs, which they didn't, you guys are my team.
Me and Scott were texting each other. The world needed a hero. I'm sitting there, and it was Zobrist. Zobrist, the one that won it for us. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm sitting there on my smartphone, watching in the lobby while I'm counting the till at freaking Taco Bell. That's when I found out about who won the World Series that year.
Yeah, it was so. And you know what? And I still loved it. But you know what else? One of my favorite World Series wins when Boston got theirs. And I'll be the same way. I'll be the same way if Cleveland ever gets theirs. But the way Boston did it was stylish and brutal at the same time. You're down 3 games to nothing and won 4 straight against the Yankees, bro. Yankees. Then they had to go against an amazing Cardinals team and swept the Cardinals.
Swept them. They swept the Cardinals.
Dude, that was a team of destiny, man. All right, we're sorry, guys. We're not trying to waterboard you with our Guantanamo Bay baseball talk, but Ashley did ask us to do a sports show, but it wasn't supposed to be tonight.
I did intend on talking a little tiny bit about it, though. I brought up the Hall of Fame game, the preseason game between the Raiders and the Jaguars,
and their entire. I hate preseason football, Brian.
Yeah, me too.
It's good to have it back in your blood. It gets you ready, but there's people you never heard of. You know what I mean? I can go watch Madden. I can literally go watch Madden teams play.
Yeah, but see, that's kind of why I low key like preseason a little bit, because I mean you get to, especially like the first couple weeks, because that's when they're still trying to figure out who's going to be on the team. So it's like,
yeah, and if you get like a good running back who has a couple good games, yeah, he's
after the first series of plays when the starters sit, it's actually kind of fun. You get to see the depth of your team, and like that, those wins are based on the team depth kind of thing.
Yeah, so the depth chart.
Preseason games are kind of cool in that aspect, but other than that, like from a fantasy standpoint, it doesn't mean anything. Trying to scout your players.
I just because the next day I'm pardon the interruption or whatever.
Yeah.
Around the horn, they're going to talk about it, and it's going to be the Jaguars are in trouble. That was a 7-string cornerback. You have no idea.
What we need to do is get 10 people together who are into football, and we'll do a fantasy football run on NFL.com.
Man, I will destroy all of you. You have no idea.
You better watch yourself. But the cool thing is we could do weekly updates on the fantasy team.
That could be fun. Oh my God!
Well, have you ever watched the show The League?
The Widow Fantasy League.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? That would be fun.
Yeah, and then at the end of the year we'll have a trophy, and we'll do the whole.
Made out of spiders. I'll do the artwork.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be epic, epic. And then like the losers got to get something like really awkward tattooed somewhere on them. like
something Ashley trophy. Picks, like exactly. Milner or Groot.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Just on an arm,
Rocket Raccoon.
Arm. Nobody has to see
it. And I'll do it. I'll do the tat. I don't even care. I'll do them for free. Whatever. You just got to come down to.
Yeah. We just got to get there.
You just got to shoot on down to Sinners Guild, right outside of St. Louis, and we'll hook you up.
But I'm telling you, man, I think that would be a lot of fun. One of my favorite shows was The League. I love that show.
My favorite guy was oh my God, who's the asshole?
Taco, man.
Taco. I don't like Eskimo Brothers. Who's the asshole?
Ruxin.
Ruxin was so funny, dude. When he finally won. And they always scream, Shiva, come on up, Shiva.
Shiva, Kamini.
Because they call it the Shiva Kamini Bowl.
Yeah, the Shiva Bowl.
They see her again years later, and she's hot. She's gorgeous.
It's Janina Gavankar, who is
crazy.
I hope they actually have her in Star Wars, though. If she shows up in like Ahsoka or something like that, I'd like my mind would blow.
That's not the girl that was in the game, right? Video game.
Iden
is it?
Versio. Yeah, she plays Iden Versio.
From the dude. She remember
Battlefront 2.
Remember when E3 was a thing and they brought her out and she did the Imperial March in that sexy outfit? Oh my God. I was like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to drop any,
That's Janina. She was in True Love or True Blood.
I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying.
No, I always enjoy the Hall of Fame stuff. The inductions were pretty good this year.
I do like the inductions if it's someone I give a shit about.
Who actually got in this year? Let's see. Let's check it out.
The Undertaker.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Baseball, we just have to make our own. Well, I'm happy that
Bob Uecker might have got in.
Right? But, let's see.
You mean baseball? We have to make our own. Is that true? There's no baseball Hall of Fame. Stop it. What are you talking about? Of course there is.
Not if it's true. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here's my compromise to those who think the steroids era was so abhorrent in baseball, because it was everywhere.
Everybody had them.
Everybody had them.
Everybody had them.
Every player, even the Cubs. Sammy Sosa was juicing. I don't care what anybody says.
Rafael Colon was on him, and he's 150 years old, and he was cracking home runs. I had him. No, I'm serious, Brian. I had him on my fantasy league with Cedric something. And people, and these people no one heard of. They said I had a MASH unit because I had Randy Johnson, Mike Messina. I had all these old guys, Rafael Colon, and they were cracking home runs. And people were like, "Nah, man, get it. What? How'd you know?" I said, "I didn't know. They're all on steroids, all of them. Sammy, Mark, Jason, Jason's little brother. They're all on them, man. Barry's on all of them. Everything there ever was." So I never cared about that, not even in the fight game. I never cared about it.
That brought back baseball, because baseball had the strike, and nobody wanted to go.
The home run summer, dude, that year, the 63, and the next year was when Barry beat it, right? The year after that.
No, that was 2001.
Okay, so it took a couple years, because 98 was the year that
that Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa went.
And I remember Sammy was like neck and neck with him for a minute, and then all of a sudden Mark just took off and hit like 8 in one game or some shit.
Yeah, dude, I watched it, dude. When he hit 61, I watched it on TV.
I lied. You know what?
It was
That's
one of those
my
things. I was
favorite
proud.
baseball movie of all time.
Yeah, no,
I lied. Moneyball's
of-
not my favorite. 61 is my favorite baseball movie of all time. You ever seen it?
Oh, love that movie, dude.
Yeah, that might be my favorite baseball movie of all time. Barry Pepper, Thomas Jane, Billy Crystal produced it. That's a great movie, man. About the asterisk and how, there's extra games because they wanted to keep Babe Ruth's legacy. And poor old Roger Maris almost.
Roger Maris, dude.
They treated Maris like shit. You know what I mean? And it was his bat.
Press.
It was his bat that they let Mark McGwire hold before he broke the record in that game that year.
Yep.
It was
his
Roger
family
Maris's
was sitting
bat.
in the front row. Dude, I teared up. Okay. I tear up for proud moments. Okay. Whether it's in a movie or whatever, dude. But baseball is that sport for me. Hell, even football. Okay. Where something that happens where it's like one of them stand up and clap moments where it's just like, kind of that kind of
carrying. Okay. I'll tell you what, carrying Donovan McNabb with a broken leg. Wow. And taking the snap, throwing the ball, getting the first down, and his team carrying him to the first down marker. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, that extreme act of heroism with a proud moment. That's one of the greatest moments in football, Yeah. And you know what? Marshall's always had good They got Chad Pennington. They've always had pretty good quarterbacks come out of there for some reason, man. That's one of my favorite football movies. We Are Marshall.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good football movies too.
Yeah, I like The Program. I like Any Given Sunday. I liked American Underdog.
The Replacements. Love that.
The Replacements is funny as hell. True story.
Yeah,
based
absolutely.
on real story. 4 games, and Washington ended up going to the Super Bowl that year, by the way, and winning.
They didn't get rings. The replacement players that stayed on,
Yeah, that's
didn't get
horrible.
rings.
That's horrible. That's just a piece of shit thing to do.
I just watched a documentary about it. I'm like, are you kidding me? And like
What's
Joe
that
Gibbs is the
documentary
coach.
called?
It's a 30 for 30. Swear to God. What is it? I have to look that up. Damn it.
Was that the one, the forgettable team
I think it was
or whatever?
called Scabs or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was called Scabs. What's the one about the Colts? I love that one too, where they left Baltimore.
The band that kept playing.
The band that kept playing. They stole
the band that wouldn't die. The band that wouldn't die.
And they stole their uniforms and kept them from the.
They took the uniforms before they left Baltimore. The Colts left Baltimore for Indianapolis.
Justin,
but they stayed
Brian's
in Baltimore.
Song is one. They did.
Oh,
the
they wrote a theme song for the Ravens, and they're now the Ravens band. They're the only football team with a professional band.
Brian's Song about Piccolo was one of the movies that I had to watch in school. They made us watch that in school. Brian's Song.
NFL Scabs 30 for 30. Damn.
That's a made-for-TV movie, but it's really good. That was a good movie. Brian Piccolo.
Oh, it's called Year of the Scab.
Year of the Scab. I love it, dude. And they were winning too. Meanwhile, Dallas went out and bought an entire, like they were crossing the line and buying a team.
He was like scheming to bring it, like blackmailing his players to come back and play. Was it Tex Schramm or whatever? The Dallas Cowboys
and it's crazy too, man. And they ended up in the playoffs and didn't get rings. Wow, didn't get rings.
Yeah, no, that was like damn. Because I was like happy for the dudes, and like the guy that was in jail was a real story. I was like, are you kidding me? Like when he was off the team, he had to go back and
go back to jail.
sentence.
Yeah, they shoved off a little bit of his time though.
Yeah, that's true. But like, damn, I was like, holy shit, that movie was so like. It was
Can you
funny.
imagine doing time and you're a pro ball player? Like you get out for work release to do your pro ball time, then you go back in.
What did you do? I helped the Washington Redskins win a Super Bowl. Oh, what did you guys do? I was making license plates, man.
Didn't get a ring, man.
Fuck. They had me on laundry detail. But yeah, no, this was a good one. The other one that I liked was the I don't really like Al Davis very much, but the Al Davis versus the NFL documentary was actually pretty good.
Yeah, he didn't just win, baby.
Oh, bro, he hated Pete Rozelle. And when Pete Rozelle had to hand him that Super Bowl trophy when they first moved to LA, he loved every minute of it.
The same thing that happened with Goodell.
I was like,
the same thing that happened with Goodell. I mean, can you imagine? I don't want to get on a Tom Brady thing and talk too much about this, but whenever that Deflategate shit happened and they're talking about Tom Brady, you got to give us your phone. And Tom Brady said, what? Giving you my phone? Can you imagine what's in that man's phone?
Yeah.
You want my phone?
Victory.
And you're not even, the cops can't even take your phone without a warrant. You know what I mean? Roger Goodell was crazy. Then he suspended him 6 games and he still came back and won the Super Bowl and a comeback at that. The comeback against Atlanta. And Goodell had to hand him that trophy. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, sorry, the Washington.
Yeah,
Commanders.
The Commanders now.
My apologies.
The Washington Redskins, man. When this happened, they were the Redskins.
Up till what, 2017?
Oh, that would be a good segue, but I don't want to do it because it would come off wrong.
Yeah.
If I said, speaking of Redskins, that Predator movie was amazing.
Yeah. We'll talk about that for a little bit, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to get canceled. Brady is the GOAT. I love Brady. I hate the Patriots, but I love Tom Brady. He's the greatest football story of all time. Maybe the greatest sports story of all time. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Kurt Warner is probably the greatest sports story of all time. Maybe there might be someone out there better than his story. There's great sports stories, man. But speaking of Native Americans, what are you looking at, Brian? Brian, what are you reading?
I'm trying to get the goddamn article, man. So terrible host. Fuck, I don't want your notifications go away. All right, so CNET has a lovely article. The prey ending and post-credit tease, old school Predator Easter eggs explained.
There was no post-credit scene.
I didn't see one. Are they talking about like the animated end thing?
Are they talking about the animated stuff? Well, that's how we found out that Godzilla was coming, remember? At the end of King Kong, Skull Island. That's how we found out they were going to do the crossover with Godzilla. the paintings on the wall, the cave drawings, but I don't want to drop no spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Predator yet, but
Yeah.
there was a
I don't
few
know.
Easter eggs in there, man.
Yeah. Okay, maybe this
You know what
is
my
like-
favorite one was? It wasn't really an Easter egg. It was just a coincidence. You know her real life name is Amber Midthunder,
All right, here we go.
and his real life name is Dakota Beavers, right? That's his name, Dakota Beavers, and he plays her big brother. When they're chained to the tree, they're tied to the tree,
Yeah.
and she's telling the story about the beaver and the beaver gnawing off his own leg. And she's been trying to prove to her brother the whole time that she could be a hunter. And when she snaps that trap, and she
I'm
says,
smarter than the
I'm
beaver.
smarter than the beaver. That was a shot. You know what I mean? That's like a real life shot. Art. It was art imitating life, imitating art. I don't know. I just thought that was a really good Easter egg, man.
All right. So this is the CNET Prey review. Predator movie we've been praying for. Deadly Alien Hunter Returns.
But it's so
greatest...
woke. It's so SJW. It's so
but no,
it's so whamming. Like these guys are so full of shit, dude.
Okay,
this is a great movie.
This right here says it all. The Deadly Alien Hunter returns in the greatest Predator Predator adventure since the original.
Yeah, it's the second best Predator movie of all time, though.
And I wholeheartedly agree.
It should have been released in theaters. I agree with that. I don't know what Disney was thinking. I can understand why they didn't do it, though. First of all, it did have budget restraints. And second of all, Predator movies don't do good in theaters. You know, they do okay, but people haven't liked them. And Disney was probably thinking they should have put faith in this director is what they should have done. And go ahead and put it in theater. This would have made some money.
Well, I feel like we're going to see more of this director, though, honestly.
It only cost like $85 million to make this movie.
Yeah, no.
They could have tripled that, you know?
Exactly, dude. Prey should have been. Oh, there is a new Predator movie. It's called Prey. It's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. It's really, really damn good.
But is he kidding or is he being serious?
I
think the name Prey threw a lot of people off.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't know it was on Hulu.
True. I was surprised. I didn't even know it came out until like right before it came out. I was like, what? All right, cool. Somebody said something about it months ago when they were making it.
Yeah,
so I was like,
pumped it up.
But I was like, damn it. But anyway,
we're big time Predator simps, you know what I mean? So we were talking about it like every stream, and my uncle came over today just to ask me, did you watch it yet? Did you like it? I'm like, hell yeah, I loved it. And he's like, yeah, man, I just watched this today. It was so good.
Oh no, then seriously, go check it out.
Oh yeah,
man.
go watch it. It's called Prey. G Cool. It's
so
excellent.
Amazing. So amazing.
And the third act felt like the third act of the original Predator. It just wasn't
absolutely.
It wasn't Arnold. It was this Indian girl. It was amazing.
Yeah, that is true. They did take everybody by surprise, and it was damn good. I'm telling you, I'm hoping the numbers are really good for this, to where we can get some traction. I don't want to see a sequel to this, but like, I would love to get more into the Predator mythos. Like,
if they do more period pieces like this one,
yeah.
Because the scene with the trappers, forget it. That is the most brutal Predator Yahucha I've ever seen.
He had a count, dude. I swear, this Predator racked up a body count.
His weapon wasn't it was a spear and a club that would go together.
Mm-hmm.
He barely used any of his tech. Dude, it's so good. It was so good, man.
Yeah, he did 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that he's ever done.
I'd like to see him take on like a. Well,
oh, look, Alex is here. Disney. Alex found Ashley's channel. Look at that.
But heck yeah, dude. So we spend we don't really have to get too much into it since not everybody's really seen it, but I really
I don't want to drop
movie.
No spoilers, but I will tell anybody that hasn't seen it, they need to go watch it. It's on Hulu. The premise is it's 300 years in the past. The Predator comes down to do some hunting, runs into some Comanches and some Frenchmen, and it gets crazy. And it's just a lot of fun. Dude, Dakota Beavers killed it in this movie, and Amber Midthunder killed it in this movie. Like, they killed it in this movie. It was so good. She did so much acting with just her eyes.
Oh, absolutely.
The
And it was
fear, the smart aleck attitude. She did so much acting with just her eyes, bro. This girl has killer eyes.
that was my favorite part of the original Predator. It was when it was just Arnold,
Dutch, yeah, just
just
Dutch
Dutch,
and the Predator, yeah.
and the Predator. There was no dialogue. I mean, there was a little bit, I'm over here, kill me
But there
now.
didn't need to be. And I love the part. Everyone always asks me like why, like one. I had a friend of mine that just watched it, and she was like, "Why is the Predator letting her live?" And I had to keep explaining to her because she's not a threat. She's not a threat. She's not a challenge. He wants a challenge. Remember the first one when he looked at Arnold, saw Arnold didn't have any weapons, dropped Arnold against that tree, then went back and took off all his stuff and kept only his knife to fight with.
Yep.
That's how predators they're honor bound. They got a blood oath. There's different clans and different tribes. The closest thing to Yautja from their planet would be Native Americans. Because there's tribes and clans and infighting and all that stuff. So this movie was such a pleasant surprise. I was hyped for it. Everyone was making fun of the trailer, like Critical Drinker and heel versus babyface and all these people that are doubling down now saying it wasn't good. But go look at the IMDb score. Go look at the Metacritic score. Go look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. They're all high 80s or low 90s. This movie is a solid 8, maybe an 8.5. The only thing I didn't like about it was there were a couple tiny little parts where the CG got wonky and they didn't use the original Predator score. That's the only thing I didn't like about everything else about this movie. I loved. The fight with the bear, Brian.
Oh, dude,
bro,
where he picks it up and it's just like bathing in it, dude.
But before that, the previews made it look like the bear just got messed up. No, that bear was putting it on that Predator. There was even a part where the bear stood up on its hind legs and howled, and you could see the green blood on the teeth of the bear. But then he Mike Tyson'd him. Then he hit him with that Evander Holyfield, though. Crack. Super Predators. Predators was better. The Super Predator wasn't in Predators. The Super Predator was in The Predator. Predators was the one where they were on the game planet. A lot of people do like that one better. Brodan, I think, prefers Predators. That's a team-up movie with Adrian Brody trying too hard. I like that movie, don't get me wrong. I really like Predators, but it's a team-up movie where Adrian Brody is trying way too hard to be Christian Bale, Now we know that they use energy weapons, and we know what the zone is, and I'm not wearing hockey pads. I don't like Adrian Brody trying to act like Batman. That shit was tacky to me. That shit was cornball. But it's a good movie. I just like this one better. Much better. This was a good one. So people need to get out there, need to watch it. Naru is the new queen of, all predator killers. Not Isabel. People would fight that Isabel is, but no, Isabel's just some sniper who almost got murdered by Topher Grace. The Berserker Predators clan are the super. I don't know. Is that lore? That might be lore. The Berserkers are pretty dope. I don't know if they're considered super. They might be. I thought the Super Predator was that one genetically engineered one from 2018. I don't know. We get look. I'm not gonna argue with you, okay, Jerence? I'm not gonna argue with you about Predator livestock because I don't know. I know the lore pretty well, but I don't know if they were actually called super. They were badass, man. I've got the Berserker Predator somewhere, and I'm mailing a couple of Predators. I got the OG Jungle Predator is always been my favorite though. That's my favorite. The OG Jungle Predator, followed by probably this one, this Feral Predator. Even though the Berserkers are nice, Wolf was nice. Even though Requiem was a horrible movie, but we spent too much time talking about Predator. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick, Brian, and I'll be right back while you lead into the Punisher news.
Absolutely. So the other part of this stream today, minus the impromptu sports talk and Predator action, although I will say it was really, really good. Oh, good God. Yeah, of course. That's why they're the usual suspects, my guy. All right. So the Punisher reboot happening, says Rosario Dawson. The MCU has had a lot of success with its various Disney Plus series, but long before Moon Knight and Miss Marvel were defending the small screen, street level Marvel heroes' home was on Netflix. One of the platform's most popular series was The Punisher. Now, 3 years after the blood-soaked adaptation ended, former Marvel star Rosario Dawson has revealed that The Punisher is happening again, which is nice. Let's see here. Dawson revealed, and when I say I love Rosario Dawson, I cannot wait for Clerks 3. Yeah, anyways, I've been distracted. Dawson revealed the news during the panel at Chicago's Comic-Con Expo. Comic-Con and Entertainment Expo this weekend. It's not too much to go off of, but Dawson played Claire Temple across most of the Netflix Marvel shows, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and The Defenders. She was essentially Netflix's version of the Marvel character Night Nurse. However, one of the few shots she didn't make an appearance on was the Punisher, which the actress acknowledged it sounded like Dawson wants to change that and appear in the potential new series. So hopefully it gets John Bernthal back.
Oh, it better be. I won't even, dude. I'll give anything a chance, but they take away John Bernthal. What are they thinking? He's the greatest Punisher ever.
Well, if you're gonna have everybody else from that universe in, you might as well, you know what I mean? You might as well get everybody in.
And a lot of people have their favorite, I struggle between Wolverine and whoever, everyone has their favorite. There's always two. Mine is Wolverine and Frank Castle. The Punisher is probably my favorite comic book character of all time because of what he represents. There's no probation for evil. You do evil, you die. That's it. It's the kid in me that just loves that vigilante. They're all vigilantes when you think about it. I love Daredevil too. I think Daredevil's he's the Marvel Batman. I don't care what anyone says. He's Marvel's Batman. But
more or less, yeah.
I need John Bernthal. I love all that Marvel stuff that was on Netflix. It was all so good. But my favorite was The Punisher. And most people, it's Daredevil. Daredevil was great. And the team up, the Defenders team up was great. Frank Castle Luke Cage was good. Jessica Jones is good. Iron Fist, I don't know. Iron Fist is a little too, a little too much. But they were all excellent. But my favorite was The Punisher, and those 2 seasons were excellent. And now they've worked over Kingpin into the MCU with Hawkeye. You know what I mean? And Echo. So we could get Punisher in there with Rosario Dawson, the Night Nurse, and you could get. We got She-Hulk coming, and they've worked Daredevil into that. I don't like his new suit. I'm not gonna lie. All black, I'm okay with. Yellow, I ain't feeling. The McDonald's colors, bro. Come on, man. You're a stealth warrior, Daredevil. Striking fear in the heart of yellow. You know what I mean? Why would you? Everyone's gonna see you.
Yeah. That'd be like Batman.
You're out there doing your best SpongeBob. Yellow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, dude. You got to be dark.
Pretty much.
Jumping out there in McDonald's colors.
Like Batman out there in freaking neon.
Yeah, can you imagine Batman in like fluorescent green?
Yeah, it was called Batman and Robin.
Hey guys, look, it's not our fault DC's trash. For real, dude. Greatest characters of all time, probably.
Well, somebody's got to make up the bottom.
And no one can make a good movie. It's weird.
Very true.
Oh, DC definitely has the most interesting characters.
Oh no, don't get me wrong.
But Marvel has some okay characters. I mean, great. They have great characters, but compared to DC has they got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, the Joker. You got great villains over there, but no one can make a good movie out of it. No one. James Wan somehow made Aquaman cool. He's the only one that pulled it off.
No. The new 52 made Aquaman cool.
Where the hell did you come from?
I just finished Max's stream.
What the new 52? You're talking about comic books? You and Bro Dan. Everybody wants to bring comics in.
Yeah, no, because it helped. It helped the Aquaman in the movies become cool.
Although
It
that
wasn't for New 50
cartoon, Atlantis, the Fallen or whatever, War for Atlantis,
Yeah.
that was dope.
Yes, that
That
was
was
based
good
on New
movie.
52.
Yeah, that was a dope ass movie.
Yeah,
But
that's what helped Aquaman become cool. That's what the New 52 overall was not very well received, but it did some good things, and making Aquaman respectable was what it did that very well, and that's what obviously in the movies made him very respectable. Because the guy talked to fish.
dear Kevin Feige, please, why has it got to be political, man? Everything's got to be political.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh my god, dude, you'll never believe what I heard. I'm so upset. The DC community will be upset. You have no idea what Kevin Smith said. He was working on at DC. It was canceled. Yeah, I saw some of that stuff. It would have been real amazing. It was a bunch of like Elseworlds type stories.
That's like their what if, yeah?
Yeah.
Elseworld? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that would have been
the
pretty
Joker is basically Elseworld. The Joker, for example.
cool. Yeah.
Like the Batman, you could consider Elseworld too, right? So,
Dear Kevin Feige, please have the very first episode of the Punisher revival / reboot be him talking about some MAGA idiots who use skull symbols. Yeah, probably.
I remember that old comic where Superman had to save. I mean, it was old. It was like in the 40s. It was an old animation, old cartoon where Superman fought that big
that is
robot.
true, Jade.
I remember that.
Casting Jason Momoa did.
Well, that couldn't have possibly hurt. You know what I mean?
No, not in the slightest.
I'm not even gay, and I'd take a run at Jason Momoa. You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts. Let's see here.
Homeboy's dropping paragraphs, bro.
Yeah, I know. Right? Let's see here. Kevin Smith would have made an episode of Strange Adventures featured Daily Planet, and outside the Daily Planet would have been a giant frozen robot. Superman saved Daily Planet from another Toyman attack. All right.
I've actually seen that. That's an old 1940s cartoon.
So potential paranormal god who has would have been Bizarro captured Jimmy Olsen and Perry White and brought them to Bizarro World. Oh heck yeah. He was working on a question.
Look at Zeno. Old Warner Brothers studio heads made great DC movies like Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Wonder Woman, and I don't know what TSS is. What's TSS?
Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. But also have some crap like Batgirl. But new Warner Brothers Discovery.
That's something we need to talk about, actually, because we're on Ashley's channel and she can't do it herself. And I know she wanted to touch on it, but I don't know what she would say. I can't do her opinion. But the Batgirl stuff, they did do our girl Leslie Grace wrong. Let's just keep it real.
They did.
They did.
I don't know, man. I think people are handling it the way they're going to handle it, man.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know why? Because Zazal said this is what's going down. You think I like the fact that HBO is getting folded? I've heard people like they'd say it. They doing that thing where he's all, well, technically HBO Max is still going to be there. It's just getting folded into one. Yeah, but are we going to have the same programming? You know what I mean? I don't see it. I see him shaving a lot of money off of HBO Max, and
he is cheap, man.
I don't know. And that's my favorite. I love it. I mean, I love Disney too, but man, HBO Max is my favorite streaming platform.
Yeah, it's the best quality stuff. HBO Max has some of the best quality shows out there.
Netflix is going to get fat again because they're going to sell all their shit to Netflix.
There you go. They're going to eat. They're going to eat, bro. Be eating. They're going to get Peacemaker. They're going to get Harley Quinn.
Well, the Sandman that's on Netflix is actually Warner Brothers property and it's DC. So, yeah, they could do that.
It all comes down to licensing, but
yeah,
I don't think anybody at Warner was going, no, you ain't getting Sandman. We got plans for him.
Yeah,
like that never happened. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't think anybody was really
White Canary. Nobody,
stumping for that one.
I don't even know. Yeah.
I think as long as here's what they need to do, and this is my theory on DC. I know it sounds crazy, but gaming is a huge part of pop culture. It's massive. Okay, and Injustice is a huge fighting game. It's massive. You coincide some of your newer content with the release of that video game, and you can get back on track.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Where did Brian go?
Sorry, I'm eating chips.
Should do it.
Yeah, Degrassi, they released a plan for a plan.
Me too, Zeno. I'm optimist. I say do what you're gonna do. It's not my money. It's not my art. I'm not gonna try to get in there and tell people what to do.
Zeno, let's get real here for a minute. How long have we known each other? Okay. Are you doing this to be a contrarian at the moment? Because I've always known you to be one. Because you've always been, I mean, you've been very doom and gloom,
Yeah, whatever the grain is, you go against it, Zeno. But I actually believe him on this one. I actually believe on this one.
All right,
no, it's cool, man. I'm like, I'm not saying it to be a dick or anything.
Zeno likes to troll, but I think he means it this time. Like
well, good on you, man. But for me, dude, there's nothing concrete. As soon as there's something concrete, I will get excited with you.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man.
But until then, I'm just gonna act like it's not gonna fucking happen.
But I can't believe how interested people were in this, dude. Enosh, 200 people watching at once. Max had 200 people. Matt Jarbo was up to 3.
RJ had a Twitter freaking topic with like 10,000 people in there, dude.
That's crazy how interested people are in this.
Dude. Like, and all they were doing was sitting there listening to freaking business people talk about freaking, you know,
what they're gonna do with it. Yeah,
about quarterly earnings reports, dude. Like, nobody gives a shit about that stuff.
I don't either. I don't care for that stuff.
I mean, who cares? But like, you know, people did.
I was thinking, who's gonna care? But people were getting too.
No,
it was
they were
crazy.
getting exciting, man. But
they just wanted to hear the DC side of stuff. That's it.
It forced my hand out of retirement, so I was like, God dang it. But no,
yeah, you're coming through, Alex. I saw your message, Alex.
I started talking about sports, dude. Oh, sorry. I need to go back up.
Brian can't see his messages for some, or not Brian. Alex can't see his messages for some reason. Alex Shapini. He's Slick Will.
Oh, got it.
He's got that stupid car I hate. The Koenigsegg. I hate that car, Brian.
Well, it depends on what channel you're on.
Because
I'm simulcasting it. So if he's over on my
Brian's
channel
or Ashley's.
Yeah.
I think
Ashley taking some time off, going completely off the grid to chill, get some beach time. You know, I get it.
I hope everybody gets what they want, but I just don't think it's right to dance on the grave of a movie.
I'm telling you one thing.
I mean, even if it's not something that you wanted to see, you can kind of respect that it's also.
No, and I caught myself doing that too, Brian. I caught myself
a somewhat similar situation where, you know, an artist's vision's not going to get to see the light of day now.
It happens a lot. It happens in the
with
Western world all the time.
Stuff. I was doing it with Snyder. Like when Cavill didn't show up and the DC thing on the panel in Hall H wasn't very good for Comic-Con. I remember like being like gleeful about that. Then that night I thought about it and I was like, wow, Chris, you're a real dick, man. Who takes a joy in watching somebody else's project fail? Who takes joy in watching all these groups that want to see the Snyder movie get made?
Why do I dislike it, or why do I love it?
It's just those toxic people, man. They make you think like that. They make you go ha ha. But then there's people like Zod who is just trying to be positive, and you know he don't deserve that. You know, like that's how I look at it. You know, but what do I know? I'm just some crazy ass bipolar idiot from Chicago.
We're bad at it. We're all a little crazy, man.
Yeah. We all go a little crazy sometimes.
That's right. That's why we're on YouTube, right?
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, man. It's been a very good week. Like I said, I never realized I'd get so much interest out of watching a conference call, man. It was enlightening to say the least. I don't think it really said much.
No, I understand, Zeno, but you're just gonna believe right off the bat what somebody says. We shelved it because it's no good. You don't think maybe a little bit of that was to save face because they want to change their, because the same skeptic, and you are a skeptic, Zeno, the same skeptic that will say, I'm not going to watch it because they said it was low quality, is the same person that will say, oh, they're lying. There's no way that's really happening. You know, that's the same you know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can be optimistic about one thing, pessimistic about another. We don't know if it really. And now I'm going to be honest, though. I saw what Keaton was wearing.
Yeah,
I saw what Brendan Fraser was wearing, and I saw the Batgirl.
It didn't look good.
None of them looked good. So I would be like Zeno. I would lean more towards probably believing it wasn't good quality, but at the same time,
when first people saw the first image of the Batgirl costume, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, this looks so good!
It looks so comic accurate. It's so great." And I remember saying that looks like shit. I got yelled at for saying that. I remember saying
I didn't like
looks
it either.
Like shit.
I didn't like it one bit when I first saw it.
You never know if they're telling the truth. A lot of these production companies will just say that to save face. I think they wrote it off as a $15 to $20 million tax write-off, right?
Yeah.
So they said the same
I think they still would have made more money than that if they put it in the theaters.
Definitely, it has the Batman brand behind it of Michael Keaton. It
was only $90 million. They could have at least broke even. So
okay,
there's a reason they didn't want it out there. I don't know what it is, but
maybe after this, then maybe people shouldn't be so like maybe people shouldn't be laughing at this movie.
No.
Yeah, look what they're doing to Prey right now. They're doubling down. They're trying to say that's not a good movie. They're trying to say it's woke SJW, Mary Sue. You know what I mean? That girl got her ass whooped through that whole movie, and she had to outsmart the Predator. She had to outsmart the Predator. On.
Like,
these people will double down because that's what they want. They want these clicks, man. They want you to be mad. I just say, hey, man, if the game's that's the game. You know what I mean? Brian, that's the game, Brian.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's the game.
It's all about the game, guys, and how you play it.
Let them be assholes, man. I'm done getting triggered by those hand jobs, man, over there. Those cavemen.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But anywho.
David Zaslav
I'm kind of glad
a lot of projects.
Chunk of that.
You know, I do think it's weird though that he was, you know, I don't want to answer me up. I don't know. I'll say it. I don't care. Ashley come home and get mad at me, I guess, if she's this, but I do think it's weird that you'll shelf a project with Michael Keaton and a girl like Leslie Grace who's never done nothing to nobody. You'll shelf this project. Okay, this innocent project, this pristine, has no dirt on it project. Okay, you'll shelf that. But you'll stand behind Ezra and the black eye he's put on your company, whether he's innocent or guilty. Whether he's innocent or guilty, it's bad optics.
You know,
you'll cater to this guy, but you'll shelf this girl.
It's because you know why? It's a $200 million film.
That's what I said. That's what I said, Aaron. It's because it's a $200 million film, and they got to try to make their money back. I guess
it's probably like $300 million actually.
I'm thinking by the time it's over, 4 or 5 because of marketing.
Yeah,
you know they got to bank on the Flash to either correct the ship, either right the ship. At the very least, they right the universe. They correct the universe so they can go the direction they want to go and have a good jumping off point or break even. They got to make $800 million to break even.
It's not about morals. It's all about money.
Yeah, it's always about green. Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. I don't believe in black privilege. I don't believe in white privilege. I believe in green privilege.
Green privilege, money.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
Let's see here. It's not a tax write-off. They get to remove $90 million from their books. Yeah, pretty much. He needs to free up that money. Is the main thing. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
I mean, I could see him slashing.
A few years later, it comes out or something. You know.
I don't. Yeah, they can.
If they can figure out a context for it.
Yeah.
But here's my theory too. It wasn't going to the theaters, right? It was. Now I think about it.
Straight to HBO Max.
Maybe they shelved it because Zaslav's knows that there ain't going to be an HBO Max by the time that movie comes out.
And some countries don't even have HBO Max.
Yeah. So they have to get all that infrastructure.
Yeah, so that could be it too. Maybe they're like, okay, we're just going to lose about $60 million on this. That's how it works.
Well, the thing is it's a tax write-off now, and then they go back a few years later when they have some free money, and they're like, oh, okay, screw it, let's pay the back taxes on this or whatever we need to do. And
they could do that with
reinstate it.
They could do that with Zack Snyder. Give him a few more $1 million to finish up the movie, like they did with Zack Snyder. In the future.
Yeah, I'm serious though. I believe in my heart and always will that Zack Snyder stuff was a one-time thing. That was a
Probably.
one-time thing. It was a perfect storm of COVID and needing
Everything
to
lined up
get
for it.
HBO Max out there, and you had a big following. You knew you were going to make money off it. You know, even if you would have cut it down to 3-hour movie and put it in theaters, well, I think people would have went to see it. It's a Snyder movie, but
It made money.
You know, it would have made money, but.
I mean,
They're never going to let the fans, and especially after all the bad shit that the toxic side of that fandom has done, no studio is ever going to go, okay, you know, let's listen to this. And they might listen to the fans secretly and be like, you know, like video game companies do, like, okay, people aren't digging that Master Chief took his helmet off. We better not ever do that again. You know, they listen like that, but they're never going to go, oh, look, there's a hashtag on Twitter. We got to give David Ayer another 40 million to make his version of. And I would love to see the Ayer cut. I'm a David Ayer fan, bro. Harsh Times, Training Day. Come on, man, bro.
Yeah.
Fury. I'm a David Ayer fan, big
God
time.
damn it.
Brooklyn's finest.
All right, that's it. Okay, we're gonna have to end the show soon. It came back around. I didn't even want
Daniel,
to.
they didn't fire Ezra though. Ezra's fine. And
Well, whenever you talk about Warner Brothers, you're gonna get some Snyder.
I'm the
in there.
host. I'm putting the kibosh on it now. So, NASCAR. No.
oh yeah, sports stuff.
She said no car shit. We should
I
do a
know,
whole
that's-
segment next time.
I told Max last week, you know, I want to host a sports. I told Max I want to host a sports show on your stream, playing no sports.
Ashley wants to do a sports show. She asked Brian to do it, but she wants to start doing it when basketball season starts and when football season starts. And I think Brian's going to be really good at it. I think maybe Brodan or somebody comes in, going to be really good at
I
it.
can help out.
But she said no car shit and no WWE shit, and that makes me want to do like a NASCAR stream.
A wrestling NASCAR stream.
Wrestling
You know,
NASCAR
you know,
stream.
Okay, she said no WWE shit. She didn't say anything about AEW.
Just to
right?
mess with her. Just to mess with her. Well, I think she was kidding about the wrestling stuff because her.
Oh,
kids
but
watch it.
I'm happy Triple H.
But she told me and Brian flat out no car shit, and she meant no Indy, no F1, no
Oh.
NASCAR, no road
Not
courses,
even-
no touring, no nothing, no car shit.
Not
she
even
said.
kart racing. Go karts.
Did Harvick win today? I was watching the Chase Elliott cam. Is NASCAR really a sport? Wow. There's always that one guy, man. There's
How
always that
insulting,
one guy, bro.
You driving
Right.
a car going that fast with no power steering for 500 miles and tell me how tired you are, bro. If you
Right.
can even last that long.
I want to know your thoughts on Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
They're pulling
Yeah.
G's constantly. They never
He
stop
better
pulling G's.
he better be the solution.
They never stop pulling G's. You know, they pull G's, maybe not F1 G's, but they're still pulling G's. They're pulling 3 or 4 G's, okay, on certain tracks. These NASCAR drivers are. It's about 180 degrees in that car. You're roasting,
Yo,
okay?
Mhm.
You have to pack
Oh, yeah.
yourself nice. You're fighting the car, and you're doing 200 miles an hour, where if you hit a wall, you could die. You know what I mean? That's the oldest argument that is NASCAR a sport. When Fox bought NASCAR, if you watch that, have you ever watched it, Brian? The Day?
no, I have to watch that.
You've never seen The Day, where they talk. It's a whole documentary about the day
What?
Dale Earnhardt died.
No,
It's
That
called
sounds
it's
amazing.
it's free on YouTube. It's called The Day, Remembering Dale Earnhardt. It's a real Fox
Yeah.
documentary, and they show how Fox, when they bought it, they wanted to be sure to emphasize this is a real sport, prove to people this is a sport, and that's where all this infrared showing how hot the car is, putting the cameras in the car, all that. Fox, that was Fox's idea to do that.
This is so
Here we are.
true.
We're talking car shit. We shouldn't be talking car
It's
shit. But
just
yeah.
so true about golf.
Hey, I'm Matt. Listen, Brian, I am going to because it was Mac. Mac showed me. I'm going to send you all 3 links of 3 of the best documentaries I've ever seen. They're about 45. There's The Day. That's the one about Dale Earnhardt's death. Then there's one called remember when Suarez or whatever hit the jet dryer?
Yeah. Juan
There's a
Pablo Montoya.
documentary about that day and how hard it was to get that NASCAR off the ground, the Daytona 500. And then the third one is called NASCAR Seasons 2001, because that's the year Dale died. That's
Yeah.
the year all those other 3 drivers died, like
Adam Petty.
Adam Petty and all them.
Oh.
9/11 attacks,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
all that. Dale Earnhart going back. That's my
Jeff
favorite
Gordon
race of
winning
all
the
time.
championship.
As a matter of fact, I lied. Remember I said my favorite sports moment of all time? My favorite sports moment of all time is Dale Jr. winning the Pepsi 400 at Daytona just a few months after his
2001?
dad died there.
Yeah.
That is my favorite sports. When him and Mikey went down in the infield together, that's my favorite sports moment of all time. I'm going to link you all 3 of these documentaries, and you're going to, I guarantee the one about Dale Earnhardt, you will cry. The crashes aren't the highlights. I think the pack racing is my favorite. Work using the draft.
Depends on what it is.
I mean, every sport has some boring stuff. Like you get that Monday night football game of the week, and it's 2 teams that suck. There's some tracks that ain't fun. I can't stand the road courses. Watkins Glen is the only one. The Glen is the only one I like.
Oh no!
Don't say Sonoma.
It's the only track I've been to.
Okay, why? That's okay. That's why you would like it. But
I saw the first car tomorrow race there in 2007. I was there 2007, 2008, and 2009.
Okay, so I can see why that would be endearing to you, but I don't like road courses at all. You know, even that big giant one they built up in Canada.
That Twitter
even
picture
that
of me and my
fun.
dad. That Twitter picture of me and my dad. That's at Sonoma.
That's cool. You know, I've been to Talladega and I've been to.
Dude, it was awesome. We get on a bus, and we would leave from our town, which is like 4 hours away. We're drinking, having a good time, eating. So by the time you get there, you're already rocking a good buzz. And NASCAR races are amazing to actually go to because they have like it's like a freaking swap meet where they've got like a
and it's a party in the stands between laps. Between laps is a party in the stand. When the cars come by, especially at someplace like Talladega, when they're all together,
to get around.
It rumbles, dude. The ground starts to rumble when they hit turn 4, and by the time they come to the triangle, you feel it in your chest, man. You feel it. It's really a lot of fun, man. But you know, Ashley said no car shit.
I know. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna wrap it up because I dealt with a lot of car shit.
Dude, I'm in a heat wave right now where I am. So
okay, California, dude, that racetrack in the middle of June is so effing hot.
I heard that the asphalt actually sinks in.
Wow.
No, well, yeah, that and what happens is like they have white walls down by the base of the track because it's a road course, so there's like a distance from the track and the the stands proper, and it's in turn 3 when they start going up the hill in Creston. Staring at that all day with no prescription sunglasses. Oh my gosh, dude. No.
I can imagine.
All right, man. Sorry. Back to the nerd stuff.
Why are you hating, Zeno? Why are you hating?
I just didn't want to talk about nothing that had to do with.
He doesn't like sports, I don't think.
He who must not be named right now. I'm good. I'm trying to make.
He who must not be named.
I'm trying to make a concerted effort to not try to crap on people's good times. So, if you want to be happy doing that, man,
you go right ahead.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and block him and get it over with. Hold on.
Don't do that.
I'm just gonna block this dude and get it over with. Zeno, I'm the only one that actually understands Zeno's sense of humor. So,
oh no, you're good.
I'm okay with Zeno. A lot of people don't like him. I don't know why, man. You know?
No, I have no problem with Zeno, dude. We are good. But other than that, man, anything other interesting happened today? I mean, sorry guys.
I don't know. Well, I got a figure.
Oh, here's Tony.
Hey, Tony. What's up, man?
Hey, Tony. Well, today was nothing interesting. I just watched like the biography on Lex Luger.
Oh, I was gonna think. What do you think, Aaron, of a fantasy football league this year?
Not a bad idea,
right?
Yeah, the Widow's Web. We'll call it the Widow's Web.
Yes, and we'll all get together and we'll like, every week we'll do a show about the team and like who's up, who's down. It'll be. I think it'll be.
Why
fun.
Kurt Warner's the greatest quarterback of all time? Things like that. Little mini documentaries.
There's a guy that played it.
Don't say Joe Montana.
No.
Don't say Steve Young.
Lefty. He was a lefty. His name was Steve Young. He's the greatest.
I'm sorry. I hate to say this.
Time.
I hate to say this because he's not my favorite. But I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to admit. Actually, Tom Brady's really the best of all time.
Okay, he is probably the greatest.
Yeah.
But after him, you know what I mean?
I mean, Joe Montana's definitely.
This is how I can imagine these football teams, Brian. This is how it felt all those years you had to go to Supercross and race Ricky Carmichael. because you were just racing for second. Remember?
Or
He
you
never-
face Tiger Woods in his
like
prime.
like Ricky
Yeah,
Carmichael
yeah.
didn't lose a race for like 3
Or-
years or some shit. Like
if you
it was.
face Tiger
Remember?
Woods, if you
Yeah, he
face
was
Tiger
the
Woods in
GOAT,
his
dude.
prime, you're always second. You're always second.
Ricky
or third.
Carmichael is the goat.
Guys
man.
like Chad Reed and Ezra Lusk are like, all right,
Yeah.
what do I do? You know?
Yeah, Tony. Let's talk about sports. Even like Tiger Woods, for example. When Tiger Woods is in his prime, you could never beat him.
Dutch. If it was Old Man Dutch, I could get
Yeah.
behind it. Maybe if they make Arnold look right. I mean, I liked him in that David Ayer movie called Sabotage, free on Netflix right now. One of the greatest David Ayer movies ever. And I liked Old Man. And he was great in that. That's a great movie, dude. Sabotage. That the ending. Wow, it's so
Sabotage?
brutal.
It'd be kind of cool to get a
I
continuation.
think
of
I've probably
Dutch's
seen
story.
it.
They steal a bunch of money from the cartel, and the cartel wants it back.
Oh yes, yeah.
And the way it was filmed, it's written by David Ayer. It's a great movie. And I think if you give me Old Man, I would like to see Dutch and like team up with a younger person and do it. But the period piece was great. Do another period piece. Brodan was talking about doing one where they go back and fight like ancient Aztecs. They go back and fight the knights, or like over there in Europe during the Crusades.
Somebody said in Max's channel while we're watching. I think Brian knows. Somebody said going to Japan to fight a samurai.
Yeah, stuff like that. That would be cool. That would be really cool.
Or
Period
like-
pieces are great. They just messed up though, because they said this was all those things take place before 1719.
Yeah.
You know, so and this is the Predator's first hunt.
How about a Highlander crossover?
Oh yeah,
Dude, I would. Yeah, man, there were crossovers in the comics. I saw RoboCop take on the Terminator. I saw Predator take on the Terminator. I saw Terminator take on I saw Terminator take on Batman. There's a Predator versus Batman comic. That
Yeah.
one's dope. There was a lot of crossovers when I was young.
unfortunately
man,
that can
between the-
happen with Disney.
Between the big four, there was Aliens versus RoboCop. There was a lot of crossover comics that you could make movies out of now. If they were cheap enough, you could pump them out, because the versus stuff is always going to make a little bit of money. You know,
Yeah, just on the
Alien
versus
versus
alone,
Predator is
yeah.
a fun movie.
Yeah, gets people in the door.
Requiem's not that great. I don't like Requiem, but you know, I did my
No.
countdown on my channel. If anybody wants to check it out, Chris the Bipolar Jedi. I did a countdown of. I ranked all the best. I put the two franchises together, Alien
okay.
versus Alien and Predator, and who's the best. And of course, on top was Aliens. I'm a Xenomorph guy. I think the holy trinity of action movies will always be Predator, Terminator 2, and Aliens. That's your holy trinity. As I told you, Aliens is number one. Even though Predator, it was hard to. But I've seen Aliens so many times. I just think Aliens is a better movie than Predator. But they're both works of art. They're both masterpieces. RoboCop's a masterpiece.
I'll have to catch it on the replay, man.
You don't want to see that part, Brian. Seriously. Was talking about.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the acting was kind of Zeno. When I watch Alien versus Predator Requiem, it's like watching Degrassi High meets an Alien versus Predator movie, because they got these young, pretty kids in it doing their stupid frat boy shit. And I just think to myself, wow, this is Saved by the Bell if a Predator landed. You know what I mean? Like it's just not. I don't know. I didn't like it. The Predalien was dope, and Wolf was dope. The Predator with 2 plasma casters. That shit was dope. But nuking the city at the end and the
Yeah.
lighting, it was all just really, really, really anticlimactic. And it wasn't a good movie. I was just waiting for Drake to come rolling out in a wheelchair and start singing like he used to do on Degrassi High. Like, straight up, man. It was like it's
Oh,
just-
yeah.
it's a
I can't
bad
believe-
movie, man.
You know they're doing a reboot of Degrassi, right? On Warner Brothers.
I didn't watch Degrassi because of a Canadian thing. I watched Saved by the Bell, but I know what Degrassi is.
Well, Degrassi was a little bit more serious than Saved by the Bell, right? Like, cause like it wasn't comedy. Degrassi wasn't meant for comedy. It was actually meant for like.
It was a drama. Degrassi
Yeah.
was a drama, and Saved by the Bell was a comedy.
That's what I love about the thing about sitcoms, though. Even though sitcoms were about comedies back in the early days, the sitcoms were comedies, but they always dealt with the real life issues. That's what I love about sitcoms. These days, when sitcoms try to do it, it doesn't work as well.
And, you know what? Alien versus Predator Requiem almost felt like a sitcom. You're right, though, Zeno. I never complain about gore. I don't. But even that, they pushed it when they laid the egg inside the pregnant girl. They took it a little too far, man. It just there was too much gore. I don't know. Even for an Alien Predator movie, there was just too much gore. It just all those kids getting killed. I was like, wow, they went there, man, and it wasn't a good movie. It's the worst movie. It's the worst. The only thing worse than that for me is Alien Resurrection. That one was horrible too. Boy Meets World. I loved Boy Meets World. TGI Fridays, man. I grew up on them. Step by step. Boy Meets World. There's 2 more in there. I just can't remember. There was 4 of them. Boy Meets World.
I used to love Saved by the Bell, though.
Step by Step. I think Tool Time was in there for a little bit.
Oh, Home Improvement.
You know what I mean? Home Improvement was in there for a minute. They would swap them up a lot, but Boy Meets World stayed consistent, and it was a great show. Like that, I really liked that show.
Yeah, Boy Meets World was awesome.
Yeah, they face hug a kid. That was crazy. The opening scene, as soon as the fucking ship crashed, the face hugger came out on a little kid. Whoa. Family Ties. That's what it was. That was a different channel, though. You're thinking of what the other one? The other
NBC?
one, Full House.
Family
Full House
Ties
was
is
on
Family
TGI
Ties is
Fridays.
like early 80s, isn't it? Yeah, Family Ties is like early 80s.
What would we do?
Family Ties are early 80s on NBC.
Yeah, that's like Michael J. Fox,
Michael
right?
J. Fox, yeah.
Meredith Baxter Birdie.
Yeah, I always thought she was pretty.
Oh yeah, dude. So did Chef from South
Full
Park.
House is great. I'll tell you.
They did
Family
that album.
Matters is great.
Chef Aid or whatever. And
I'll tell you one thing. Fresh
Tonight
Fresh
is Right
Prince of
for
Bel-Air.
Love.
I've never
Fresh
seen that
Prince,
one.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is my top 5 favorite sitcoms. It's ahead of its time because you really don't see sitcoms about a black family, an African American family, a rich African American family.
What?
No,
Really?
Fresh Prince is
Hold
ahead
on.
of its time.
Jog your memory. Go back a little farther.
Huxtables.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, my mistake.
And they were rich. They were doctors and lawyers. But
Oh yeah.
nobody knew Bill was a monster, okay?
Yeah.
At
Okay.
the time, we was eating our
hindsight.
pudding pops, and we loved the
Yeah.
pudding pops. I can't do a Bill Cosby, but you know what I'm saying?
No.
I grew up on the Huxtables, and I loved that show. Malcolm
I could
Jamal
just-
Warner and Lisa Bonet, I wanted them to be my brother and
Holy
sister.
Bonet.
I could just see the Eddie Murphy from.
I love sitcoms from like the 60s.
Mac's in here. Smack bottom Mac. Made it back. Hey, Topanga. Bro. Don't get me started on Topanga.
Yeah, she was.
That was a hard one. Topanga or Kelly
You know
Kapowski.
what's-
That's a
You know
hard
what's
one,
in?
man.
You know what's in Boy Meets World? Linda Cardellini.
Do it again, Aaron. That was awesome.
You know who's in Boy Meets World?
You sound like a parrot. You know who's in? You know who's in? You know
I
who's in?
know.
Okay.
I
Boy
was
Meets
thinking of
World.
her name. Hawkeye's wife.
Joey, whatever his name's little brother.
Yeah, Lawrence. They're the Lawrence brothers. They're like really
yeah.
well known in the 90s. I remember them.
Joey Lawrence's brother.
Yeah, there was like, yeah.
He's the one I like the most.
Who's
He
the
was
one-
on. He
who
was
was
on
the one in
VR
Mrs.
Troopers,
Doubtfire?
wasn't he?
Joey came from no, that was Casper Van. Oh, VR Troopers. I don't know.
Who's the one, Mrs. Doubtfire? One of the Lawrence brothers is Mrs. Doubtfire, right? And
that
the
was
other-
him. That was the same one.
No. And there was a
No,
and the
that might have been Mrs. Doubtfire. No. Joey started out on Blossom.
Yeah, Blossom. I remember
Joey
that.
Lawrence started on Blossom. I don't remember what the other, but there was a show about just the Lawrences with him and his 2 little brothers, and I can't remember
Yeah, I remember
their
that.
names.
I know Joey was the older one. Whoa.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember. Was it Joey in Independence Day also?
Joey was not.
Oh, there was one of them was Independent. I don't remember. I know there's 3 kids, right? Randy
I like
Chris.
Seinfeld, man.
Oh my god,
That was my
Seinfeld.
jam. Sorry. That was
You know
Yeah,
what?
I was
Yeah,
a big.
Seinfeld.
I liked Single Guy, Friends. They canceled Single Guy after a couple of seasons.
I used to like
Friends.
WB sitcoms, man. Malcolm and Eddie. That was a good show.
Oh, but Madeline Ward, you know what she does now, guys.
Yeah.
Who is that? The redhead? From
Yeah.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah. Oh, she was fine in that show.
Yeah, she
She had the short red hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I always
But you
loved
know-
this. I always loved Boy Meets World. I always loved. I'm so high, I can't think of the names right now, but I love the older brother that they made.
Oh, Eric.
Eric was so. The mom and dad were cool, but Eric was just so different of a character. He was like the first Joey Lawrence, you know what I mean? Before Friends. Like,
I love what's the
like,
actor from, Real Freely or something.
How you
like that?
doing?
Real Freely, is that his name?
Joey Tribbiani. I said Joey Lawrence. He was the first
He-
Joey Tribbiani, like because he played that dumb role, but if anybody messed with his little brother, like he'd always had a hot date. But if anybody messed with his brother, he would crush him. Like he was a good big brother role model, but at the same time, he played this role where he was like dumb. But yeah, Tony, I was gonna do it. Tony beat me to it. Feeney.
I love yo.
Feeney. When he was singing that song, when you're out on the run and you need
I
some
love
fun,
Feeney.
get the good-looking
Oh my
guy. Dude, Mr. Feeney. That dude,
Feeney.
dude, Eric was the shit. I wish. Where
That's
can
such
you
a good
watch
show.
that? Because I would watch that right now. Where can you watch that on streaming? I would watch Boy Meets World again.
Oh,
I bet you it's on Disney Plus, dude. It's
I
ABC.
would
might be on
watch
Disney
it.
Plus. Is it Disney?
Because
Is
I
it
know they
Disney
got
Plus?
Girl
Is it
Meets
Disney
World now.
product?
They've got Girl Meets
Yeah.
World now, but I want to watch the old school Boy Meets World. That was my shit, dude.
Disney, yeah, it's probably a Disney Plus. Right? It is a Disney show.
I don't know. Is it?
Okay,
It's ABC.
everybody-
It's owned by. It's
Everybody knows the
ABC.
Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win the Super Bowl anyway.
No, I was trying to answer Brodan's question. I don't know. Is it?
Is it? Is it for that?
Is football talk over? I didn't say it was going to be over.
I ain't know. I mean, we talked about all the old shit. There ain't no football going on. You know.
Well, I
To
talked
me-
a little bit about it. We talked some baseball. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I missed the baseball talk. Oh,
We can talk
hey,
baseball.
Brian,
I got.
are you?
That's what the Moneyball A is, man.
You'll be seeing a lot of Juan Soto face your team.
Feeney! Now I want to do it. Now I want to watch it.
Who's the brother? Who's the Lawrence? Is that was Matthew Lawrence, right? The middle one.
Yeah, Matthew Lawrence was the middle one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might. Yeah, definitely. I don't know.
The half brother of Sean.
No, that is true. Brodan. That's
You know
all-
that guy that played Mr. Feeney was also on
Yeah.
Saint Elsewhere and was the voice of Kit
What's
on Knight
that?
Rider.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
that's right,
Feeney
huh?
was Kit. You didn't know that? Mr. Feeney
I'm sorry,
was Kit.
Michael.
That you can go watch right now on Peacock.
What's up, the Bosco scenario? How you doing?
They took Airwolf off. I'm pissed because
Airwolf was moist.
Yeah,
I
there's
love
no
that
way
show.
That was my
Dude.
favorite show as a kid. I loved it. I drew it.
Freaking helicopter with everything cool in it.
Had models of it. Yeah.
I just remember the fact that like RoboCop was like this super violent ass movie, but they had a cartoon show with toys.
Yeah, they did that a lot
Hey.
back in the day. They did it with
You know what-
Rambo, and you're like, wait,
The
what?
You know,
early
remember
90s
RoboCop?
were great.
You know what the greatest moment RoboCop has done? Help about Sting in WCW.
Pretty much. That's
Oh, I
one
remember
match
that. Wow, that was shit was so dumb.
where
I
they
remember that.
broke part of the RoboCop costume.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was so dumb. That the only thing more embarrassing than that was the Shockmaster. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, Shockmaster. It was embarrassing funny though. Like,
All right,
Uh,
dude.
do you remember Chucky making an appearance on WCW Nitro?
Yeah, trying
Yeah.
to scare one of the Steiners or something.
Yeah, Rick.
Rick Steiner.
It's so dumb. That's why the company went bankrupt right there. Dumb shit like that, man.
Yeah.
I like Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder was awesome.
Yeah, Blue Thunder was good.
It wasn't Vince Russo's fault. He tried. Oh, God damn it, Zeno.
I think wrestling is the longest.
Over here
form-
keeping us honest.
Hey, WWE is gonna get good, man, with Triple H
No,
in
it's,
charge.
it's very true. That's why they are no longer open. WCW. They had the worst ideas.
You're crazy, Mac. You really did because it was so dumb, bro. It was just WCW did some of the dumbest shit, man.
So did WWE, man. A lot of the Attitude Era stuff you really think about was actually kind of dumb.
Early era, yeah, but it was more that was like just hokey. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't an idea that would bankrupt you. Viagra on a pole.
That was stupid.
You know what
That
I
was
mean?
Vince Russo, man.
Yeah, like these are dumb ideas. Kiss, the Kiss wrestler, the Kiss
The Demon, yeah.
dude.
Dale
just-
Torborg, the Demon Dale
Just
Torborg. Come
stop
on
it.
now.
Just stop it. It was by 2001.
That was the Eric Bischoff
No,
thing.
one
though.
of the worst moves
The
ever
Kiss thing was
David
Eric
Arquette.
Bischoff.
Yes, it was Eric Bischoff because he came in And one of the worst moves ever was David Arquette's champion. No.
Yeah, see, that's what killed it. But then there were great ideas. Bringing Sting back, just like the Crow. Dude, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Ready to Rumble
yeah.
is a very underrated film, okay?
I like Ready to
I
Rumble.
like Ready to Rumble. I
like
love
Ready to
that
Rumble.
movie.
That movie's awesome.
What's his face in it? Is that Oliver Platt? Is that his name?
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
loved
Oliver
Oliver Platt in
Platt.
that.
Jimmy,
Jimmy
the
the
King.
King.
Yeah, he said, I got a number for you, baby. 911, baby.
I'm gonna
Yo, Jimmy the King
crown
was
you.
hilarious in that.
I would have crowned you with this. His facial moves like basically.
They had all the Nitro girls, and they had that one. So
Oh,
dumb,
Rose
dude.
McGowan.
Yeah, Rose
The
McGowan.
crazy one.
And she was dating Marilyn Manson at the time, bro. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
And what was that Joe Pantaleone or whatever?
Yes, as a promoter. Yes.
The gobbledygooker.
Yeah, you're okay. I'll give Jade that. The WWE had some bad ones too. The Gobbledygooker
Oh, the
was a bad one.
Gobbledygooker.
That was a bad one.
The
I
Goon.
mean, look. What about there was a bunch of WWE in the early '90s? A bunch of bad gimmicks out there. Like there was like a guy dressed up as a Minotaur.
Yeah, and you had Kane coming out as a dentist. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
garbage man. Yeah, it was dumb, but when they changed it up,
Isaac
it
Yankem?
hit the ground running, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
See,
the lead singer of the Police.
Yes, he was. Sting was. Yes, he was.
He's like sending out a SOS.
Oh, Logan Paul, man, that guy can
Whenever
wrestle.
whenever they wrestlers would get ready to put him in like a chokehold or something, he'd be like,
Roxanne.
don't stand so close to me. Roxanne!
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
don't
fake,
remember your fake Diesel and Razor Ramon.
fake
No.
Diesel and Razor. Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
That was
Kane.
Glenn Jacobs too, man. Oh man,
Yeah,
Isaac
I just
Yankem and fake Diesel.
Was that Glenn Jacobs really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, he
That's
was
both of
right.
them.
He was the fake Diesel. Wow, I forgot all about that, man. Then they brought in the fake Razor.
Magnum,
Doink.
Doink the Clown, the first wrestler who became Doink the Clown was actually a very good wrestler.
We should do
But
a
he always had
countdown of
problems.
all the dude. That would be a good video. A countdown of who did the worst, like dumbest shit,
Right.
and name all the dumb shit WWE
biggest
did. And name all
fails.
yeah, because now I think about it, the Montreal screw job. Yeah, the WWE's done some dumb shit over the years, man. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
have. I forgot all about the gobbledygooker and the Minotaur guy.
Oh, was
that-
it Mae West giving birth to a
The
hand?
90s
That
had a bunch
was
of them.
dumb.
The early to mid 90s had a bunch of dumb gimmicks. Do you remember like the dumpster dudes, the dumpster guy, and he
Yeah,
had like a plumber?
the garbage guy. I remember them. But something happened around end of 96, 97. If
I'll
you
tell
get
you
on
what happened.
Peacock, you can go back and watch all those WWE Raws. And I'm telling you, when they said, when Vince came out and said, frankly, we think that we've insulted your intelligence long enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna start doing shit the right way. And
You know
next
what
thing you
happened?
know, man, we got the attitude era,
You
baby.
know what happened?
Vince Russo.
The WCW and the rise of the NWO happened.
Yeah, Mae Young giving birth to a hand. That was disgusting.
Yeah,
Oh.
NWO
Or
was
all
very
the Mark
WWE.
Henry stuff. Come
Yeah.
on now.
And
When
they had,
NWO
they had to
formed-
step up. But
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
God, yeah.
Tell me,
Ashley's gonna be so
name me
mad at
some
us.
name me some longevity superstars that came out of WCW. Like
Only
big
DDP.
superstars besides Ric Flair.
DDP.
DDP is not considered. He's okay. I'll give him. He's a
Sting.
mid. He's a mid-level superstar.
His yoga program's pretty
What
good.
what did the
I'll give it that.
WWE have? Shawn Michaels, Triple H, The Rock, Stone
The other
Cold,
WCW guys came from WWE. I'll give you that.
I like
guys
Bret
like
the Hitman
Jericho
Hart.
who came over there and got big. Lex Luger's a good one. He's a superstar.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
that's
big
I don't
WWE.
know.
But I agree with you. Sting is probably the main one.
But Sting's the
Of
only one I can
WCW.
think of that's like an actual. Well, Hulk Hogan and them, but they came from WWF. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
a lot
Yeah.
of WCW guys came
But
from WWE.
Hogan did his best work. If you guys added up, Hogan was heel longer than he was babyface, which is why I put Hulk Hogan in my top 10 heels. Hulk Hogan's in there. Hollywood Hogan's like number 7 in my top 10 heels.
There's
Because-
the career killer, Goldberg.
Lex Luger, yeah. The Big Show was pretty big in WCW for a while, and then
The
when he
Giant?
got bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the title.
No,
his first year.
WCW had great wrestlers and big names. They had the Chris Jerichos, the Eddie Guerreros, but all those guys came over to WWE, and that's when they exploded.
They became
They were
champions.
being
like
held
world
back
heavyweight
at
champions.
WCW, you know? Like
Yeah,
Eddie,
but-
Eddie Guerrero is probably the greatest in-ring performer of all time next to Shawn Michaels.
But only Goldberg didn't have longevity, but Goldberg was one of the megastars from WCW.
He ended.
But these guys never became megastars
no.
in WCW. Booker T
Rey
did. Booker T
Mysterio,
kind of.
yeah.
Booker T five times. And the Booker T had a good push. DDP had a good push. Sting had a good push. Hogan had a good push. Scott Hall had a good push. But these were all the same guys that kept having the belt. The Steiners and the Big Shows, and they all kept NWO. After a while, the shit got old.
Yeah,
that's true.
The shit just got old, and then after a while, they left WCW. They come to WWE, and they got to shine. I mean, the first ever champion
did.
Was Jericho.
Most of them got steamrolled.
You mentioned Stone Cold. You mentioned Stone Cold, Triple H, Mick Foley. Even before that, Undertaker and Kane, all those guys came from WCW and didn't do much. Once they got to WWE, they all became champions, heavyweight champions.
Well, I don't know.
They
Cactus
all blew
Jack, though. Yeah. Cactus Jack. No,
But that's true. Cactus Jack was a little because he wasn't
Cactus
some big
Jack was amazing.
And I don't count
before he got
Benoit.
there.
I don't count Benoit and those others, Mac, that you just brought up because they came from ECW.
Yeah.
And
Benoit, Eddie, and
Rey Mysterio, though, when they unmasked him in WCW, though, that was,
I don't know what they were thinking,
that
man.
was
I don't know what
NWO.
they were
That was
thinking.
NWO point of shit in that's politics that the higher ups had, the top talent had, probably in the back.
Yeah, I really don't know why they would take off Ray's mask.
Yeah.
But when he put it back on, I remember, and I love Rey Mysterio. He's still just a killer in that ring, man. I'm so excited for what's gonna happen now that Triple H and Shawn Michaels are running shit. That still blows my mind that DX is running shit in real life now. Like it blows my mind. Like my two favorite wrestlers, man.
Karrion Kross is back, and you got Dakota Kai and Io Shirai. I mean, that SummerSlam main event was awesome. I love that main event. I'm excited. I'm excited for WWE with Triple H in charge, because he made. If it wasn't for NXT, if it wasn't for him doing NXT wouldn't be nothing. He made NXT great, and NXT is shit.
And every time they would bring someone up from NXT, they get freaking buried, man. That made me mad.
Look at Ciampa now. He's like in a title match with Bobby Lashley tomorrow.
I don't know, Jay. The theory they got plans for Theory. I really think they got plans for Theory. I really do. But I don't know.
They do have plans for Theory. I just don't.
But I think they got plans for him, man. He's gonna cash in when you least expect it, man.
I just don't think Theory. I just don't think Theory is the guy. Like
he's not the guy. Who's the guy? I'll tell you who the guy would have been. But they got rid of him at the behest of Triple H. Triple H wanted to keep him. Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Adam Cole would have been the guy.
I guarantee you, if Triple H took a charge last year, Adam Cole would still be in WWE. Like I said, for most of NXT superstars would be WWE right now. The ones that got released, still be in WWE.
I think Sasha and Bianca will both come back. Or not Bianca, Naomi. I think Sasha and Naomi will both come back. I love that they brought Bayley back with those two indie girls from NXT.
Io Shirai.
Yeah, there's something special happening, and I think Vince will still run from behind the curtain a little bit because it's his daughter and his son-in-law. And
I just have to say this on SmackDown, Liv Morgan, people are saying you tapped out, and she got flustered, and people on Twitter are like, "Why are you booing Liv Morgan?" And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, because she technically did.
It's kayfabe. It's not real. What the hell is wrong with these people? It's kayfabe, man. Becky Lynch isn't really a bad guy in real life. These people are stupid. These wrestling fans, some of them are so dumb. They get so wrapped up in it that they actually start to believe this shit, man. Like, stop it. MJF would be great in WWE. I would love to see MJF cut a promo against someone like...
Oh, wait, especially with Triple H in charge.
Triple H, oh my God. Just have him cut a promo on Triple H cuts great promos.
Yeah, with Triple H in charge, I can
run
see
a whole new. You could do a whole new Stone Cold thing right now if you really wanted to.
I think I agree.
You could make Triple H the asshole who could still wrestle a little bit and take some stunners or whatever, but it wouldn't be a stunner. And you get somebody like MJF or
that's when you actually get CM Punk to come back and talk shit.
Yeah, get CM Punk.
Oh my God, that would break the internet. That will break the internet, Brian. If CM Punk goes back to WWE, oh my God.
Just to go and do the whole bad boss angle with Triple H.
Oh my God. Oh
yeah, I'd break the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would if you like redid it. Because look, that was in the Attitude Era where a lot of kids weren't. They were just starting to watch wrestling or they don't
I
remember
loved
it. And there's this new era of wrestlers like my kid, my daughter. She loves it, dude. Anything that the female wrestlers do, anything that the women do, even back when they were divas, she's got all the toys, all the belts, all the shirts. She's a huge Paige fan. And she
Oh,
told me
Paige
flat
is
out, Daddy,
awesome.
I don't care if she got her stuff leaked on the internet. You know, Paige is
Yeah.
amazing. And, you
Yeah,
know, her
Paige is
favorite movie
amazing.
is Wrestling with My Family. Well, no, her favorite movie is probably Selena, then Wrestling with My Family. And she's just a
I
kid.
love that movie.
My kid
I love
loves that
movie,
shit.
though.
And you could bring that back now. You could bring back the boss versus the anti-hero. You could do that again. You could run that again. You really could. With Triple
With
H.
Triple H in
somebody.
charge? Yeah,
Yeah,
Triple H.
just don't do the corporate
yeah.
thing that he was doing. The what was it he was doing with
The Authority?
the
Oh, the
authority? Don't do
Authority.
that.
Yeah,
Nobody
no.
liked that.
Oh, yeah, because they wanted to bury down Bryan.
Yeah.
The whole thing was to bury down
The yes,
Bryan. And it
the
didn't
yes
work.
movement.
Yeah,
Well,
the
no,
yes
they
movement,
didn't
exactly.
really want to bury him in real life. They knew what they had. They knew they had money. Triple H loves Daniel Bryan. They didn't really want to bury him. They wanted. That's one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time.
But they didn't. But they didn't want to give him the WrestleMania match. The original plan was not for him to face Triple H. It was, or the main event. It was supposed to be CM Punk, but CM Punk walked out at after Royal Rumble. Remember, it was supposed to be CM Punk versus Triple H at that WrestleMania.
I
instead of
watched
Daniel
that
Bryan.
WrestleMania. I watched that WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be
I don't think I've ever missed a WrestleMania.
Batista, and
Oh, you mean Blue Tista?
Yeah,
Yeah.
CM Punk's never going back. He's never going
No.
back. He won't.
no, I don't think he ever will.
He's true blue Chicago straight edge. Him and Colt Cabana and everybody
If there's-
hates Colt Cabana.
if
He's
there's
like the only
one
guy
with-
on the planet that likes Colt
If there's
Cabana.
one wrestler WWE needs to get, MJF. I don't know if you know, but it's Jay Wright from New Japan.
Dude, that's all anybody talks about in my other group. The MMA guys I mess with, Cage My IQ and the House of Mo and Arkansas, Mr. Arkansas. These guys are big wrestling fans. And man, they never shut up about this Jay White guy.
He's basically Triple H. He's Triple.
No, he's not. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess he is, but I mean, get a new finisher, bro. You're stealing. Why are you still on the Fiend shit?
Yeah.
You know,
But-
that's Sister Abigail, not the Razor's Edge or whatever he calls it, the straight edge. But yeah, everybody's talking about everyone's talking about Jay White. No, they won't shut up about him.
He's that good. But what if WWE could get their hands on Okada or new?
They've got good wrestlers right now. They don't know what to do with, man. They've got a good stable, man. They do.
They got Triple H now, man. Triple H.
You got Triple H running shit. You got Triple H running the day-to-day head of everything, and then you got Shawn Michaels in development. I
Yeah.
can't think of anybody better to have in development.
And you got Jeff Jarrett helping
It's
out.
Shawn
and stuff.
freaking Michaels, the greatest wrestler of all time.
Man,
No,
arguably,
he's the best, bro. He bell to bell, he is without a doubt the
Oh,
best.
definitely, Shawn
There's
Michaels.
nobody better than Shawn. The only one that even comes close is AJ.
Oh, AJ, yeah. Oh yeah. And AJ can still do it, man. Like he's still that good.
Yeah. Oh no, AJ still. Yeah. Dude, oh my God. Come on, man. AJ could be the blueprint if they wanted. If they really wanted. When he came to that Royal Rumble, I was so Ashley's gonna shit when she sees this.
Oh,
talk
I know.
about cards
We're probably gonna
and
have
how
to
we're
wrap this
wrestling.
up.
We're-
Oh
Alright.
man, we hit all of the bad things we were supposed to talk about.
We hit all the
Anybody
bad
wanna
things
talk about
and the
drama?
good things.
Any good drama? Any good drama this week?
Let us know because we'll be back sometime this week talking
We'll be
about
back
Marvel
sometime later
stuff.
this week. I have.
I
a
hope
free
some
week.
Marvel stuff jumps off.
Yeah, I'll try to keep my ear to the ground.
Little
If
more
not, we'll
sports
at
talk.
least try to give a retrospective on a Marvel movie or two. But this one went a little bit
A
better.
good
than last
Marvel
week.
movie.
Max just trying to just trigger me. That's not true, but okay. Man, how you gonna? Wow, how you gonna? Just gonna bash the goat like that? All right.
Wait, that is true though, but
It's not
He
true.
really
Why
was.
do people
He
think
really
that? He
was.
was an asshole. He was a drug addict.
Because
But
Bret
the
Hart.
second from 2002 till now,
Because
he's
Bret
been,
Hart.
he's been perfect.
No, I'm
Yes,
serious. It's
before,
because Bret Hart.
Before,
It's because Bret
before
Hart.
he was, but like true now he is true. Now that's all true. Chris,
What?
He's-
There's a Fallout
he's
TV.
a different
series?
person. Yeah.
Brian, I'm gonna get out of here and find
Based
those
on the game?
NASCAR documentaries, and I'm gonna send them to you. I'm gonna link them to you. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, you need to do that.
The
Yeah,
one
yeah,
called
I
The
won't watch
Day,
them.
you need to watch all three of them. But The Day
I'm
is
gonna have to
super
check
good.
that out.
All right.
Oh,
All right. I love all of y'all. I'm out of here.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
Take care.
I don't know. We'll probably do something towards the middle of the week, probably Thursday or something. We'll come back here. We'll talk some stuff. Check it out on my channel, Brian Master of None. Also on over here on the Widow's channel as well. Hopefully we won't get too devolved back into this, but I had a lot of fun. Oh man, yes, Jade, I'm gonna have to check that out. What platform is that on?
Amazon, I think.
Ooh, I got Amazon. All right, that sounds like a plan because I have like about an hour and then I got to go to bed. So
It's not on TV. It hasn't filmed yet.
oh, okay, all right. It's gonna be awesome when it does.
Hopefully.
All right, guys. I'll see you all next week. Okay, Prime.
Also,
Excellent,
God of War is on that
excellent.
platform too. God of War is gonna be on that platform too.
Beautiful.
Amazon.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You'll see more of me this week. It'll be over here and over there, but we'll have some fun.